Welcome all of you to the City University Distinguished Lecture Series. It is our great honor to have Professor John Birch here today to deliver a CTU Distinguished Lecture. Professor Birch received his bachelor degree in mathematics from Princeton University in 1977 and his master and doctor of philosophy degree in operation research from Stanford University in 1979 and 1980, respectively. He joined University of Chicago Booth School of Business in 2004 and is currently the Jerry W. and Carol Lee Levin Professor of Operation Management. Before joining University of Chicago Booth School of Business, he was Dean of the Robert McCormick School of Science, of Engineering and Applied Science, and Professor of Industrial Engineering and Management Science at Northwestern University from 1999 to 2004, and Professor and Chair of Industrial and Operation Engineering and Chair and founder of the Financial Engineering Program at the University of Michigan from 1993 to 1999. Professor Birch's work considers the design and analysis of practical systems in which outcomes are not completely known before decision must be made. He has developed computational methods for stochastic programming models of this system, approximation procedure for representing values with defined error bounds, efficient procedure for exploiting spatial structure in specific problem instance, and analysis of interdependence between operational and financial decisions in firms. He has applied his research to decision including optimal asset and viability allocation over time, efficient periodic scheduling of workers and machines, productive power and energy distribution, and effective allocation of public services. Professor Birch has been a consultant for a variety of organizations and companies, including Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, General Motors, Chrysler Corporation, Volkswagen, and the Michigan State Senate. In addition, he has held grants from National Science Foundation, the Department of Energy, the National Institute of Justice, and the Electric Power Research Institute, the Central Research Institute of Electric Power Industry in Japan, and the Office of Naval Research. He has received many honors and awards. To name a few major ones: the Medallion Award from the Institute of Industrial Engineers, the Fellows Award from the Institute for Operation Research and the Management Sciences, INFORMS, the Kuhn Prize from the Naval Research Logistic Journal, and the George E. Campbell Prize, and the election to the U.S. National Academy of Engineering. So before I invite Professor Birch to the stage, so may I invite our acting president, Professor Arthur Ellis, to deliver the welcome address. Professor Ellis, please.
Professor Birch, Vice President Wu Jin, Dean Yan Hao-min, distinguished guests, colleagues, and students, it's my pleasure to add my welcome to all of you who are attending this distinguished lecture. We're very fortunate to have Professor John Birch, who's going to speak with us today on productivity, supply chains, and the structure of firms. This is a topic that, of course, permeates our daily lives. We all depend on the global supply chain for everything from the food we eat, to the clothes we wear, to the smartphones that we use. And in today's interconnected economy, what happens to an industry in one place can have impact on workers, customers, and investors thousands of miles away. We encourage our students to think about these kinds of global connections as part of the education that they receive at CityU. And we also try to capture it in our new Discovery-Enriched curriculum, which has the goal of giving all of our students the chance to make an original discovery. As I think many of you know, we transitioned to this four-year curriculum just this past year. And one of the ways to think about the Discovery-Enriched curriculum is it's kind of a variant of a knowledge supply chain. It's one that crosses national boundaries, disciplinary boundaries, and generational boundaries. And I'd like to make the point about generational boundaries because of the critical role of mentorship that many of you in the audience, faculty members, play in the Discovery-Enriched curriculum. It's our faculty who guide our students in the process of discovery, who teach them how to explore the unknown and how to take measured risks so that they really are in a position to create new knowledge, and once they've done that, to be able to communicate it, curate it, and cultivate it to benefit society. We're all increasingly part of a dynamic, networked, global supply chain of scholars. We're really delighted to welcome Professor Burge to our supply chain in that context, and I was pleased to learn just before we came into the room that he's actually helped CityU in the past. He was part of a review of our College of Business not too long ago. We're also delighted that his academic home, the Booth School of University of Chicago, is relocating from Singapore to Hong Kong. And we hope we'll have much more access to Professor Burge and to his global scholar supply chain in the years ahead. So please join me in welcoming Professor John Burge to CityU.